Hey everybody, it's me Alex once again, and today we're going to be doing a pretty big video about the Wii U and my entire collection. And I'm going to be doing probably another video about the Wii U, probably like a retrospective I guess, but that'll be a little bit later down the road. But right now, we're going to be doing a little bit of a collection show off, because why not? So this is in no particular order, so let's just see what happens. So the first game that we have is Yoshi's Woolly World. Now, this is probably one of my favorite 2D platformers on the system. I never got the 3DS port, but I can say for sure, like, this game is beautiful in motion. And the, like, yarn effects are just so nice, you know? It's a lot better than Crafted World, whatever it's called on the Switch, but they really pulled it off. A lot of people say this is the second best Yoshi's Island game, but I don't know. Because I haven't finished it. That's the problem. I got pretty decent. I got somewhat far in there, but then I just lost interest. But again, it's still a great game. I wish they would port it, but I doubt they'll do that because they already have a Yoshi game on there, or on the Switch. But what are you gonna do about that? And it's fun with 2 players, and just it's cool. It also has Amiibo support as well, so you can get a bunch of costumes for your Yarn Yoshi if you want, so that's always neat. Let's see. Actually, I'll save this game for last, so we're going to put you there. Okay. Next is something I didn't put a ton of time into, but it's pretty good so far, is Tank. Now, Tank is basically a little bit of a, game where you play as a tank. I know. You just basically go around shooting stuff on the small levels that you go into, and then move on to the next stage, and you can do 2-player missions, or you can do battles. And I don't think it has online, but yeah, it's a pretty good game for a launch, title, in my opinion anyway. And would I recommend picking up? Yeah, it's worth a pickup, especially with all the prices going up. I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of them, because I don't see this game ever getting ported. It really could be ported, but alas, no. They wouldn't be able to do the multiplayer properly. That's probably why. Next is a game that cost me, I'm not kidding you, $5 with Star Fox Guard. Now, a lot of people don't like Star Fox Zero. I'm one of the people that don't mind it. I used to like it, but now I can't stand it. Well, not stand it. I just can't play it because it's so annoying to use the motion controls for certain things. But Star Fox Guard, this is a pretty good game, I'd say. Like, it's something different. Reminds me of, like, not trying to be memey here, but Five Nights at Freddy's with the camera system. But this is just probably a lot better in terms of, like, production values and all that stuff. And, well, oh my god, my nose is being a bitch today. But yeah, this game this would come with Star Fox Zero, but I didn't get the physical copy of that game. I just got it digitally. So yeah, it's a pretty good game, but not many people care about it, which is unfortunate. Next is something I didn't expect to pick up. I just saw it and I'm like, fuck it, let's try the game anyway. I never wanted to really get it, but it's on the Wii U, I guess. I'll be one of the few people that have it. And that's Call of Duty Ghosts. It's Call of Duty. Everyone's talked about Call of Duty. You got the multiplayer, which was pretty okay on the Switch. Not great, but it was okay. Campaign, fine. Zombie or alien mode, pretty good. Just, it's annoying it didn't have any of the DLC, so you just couldn't play everything. Except it had one free map. That was cool. Not really. Next is Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Now, this game I was so excited for. Not really so excited for. The hype died down when they kept showing off new stuff every freaking week or so. And I'm like, okay, I know everything about this game. What else does it have? It does have a single player that's good, in my opinion. Classic mode is kind of eh. The Smash Run, or not Smash Run, whatever the heck this Wii U version is, just sucks. So I played this for a little bit with my friends, checked out the Amiibo, and never really picked it back up. It's fun, but it just doesn't have that kind of lasting impact. I mean, Ultimate has a bit more, but yeah, I don't know. Next is Wind Waker, Zelda Wind Waker. My favorite Zelda game, and it's in HD, and it has a touchscreen mechanic, which is awesome. But it's not really necessary, but you can still play it with a Pro Controller. But oh my god, this is so cool. Like, the game looks pretty, for one. And they fixed a few things, like being able to move while you're swinging on like a hanging rope, for example, or move while you have your grappling hook out or something else out. It's nice. And a few other stuff, like a few other things. I mean, like making the maps on the bottom screen so you didn't have to keep pausing it and pausing it to figure out where you had to go in terms of the like special map ones where the light would glow up and like really high up out of the water. Yeah, it was annoying. So yeah, great game. And yeah, Tango Bottle, yeah, Miiverse, rest in peace. Next is another Zelda game, is Twilight Princess HD. This was a pretty good port, I'd say, and minus a few little weird bugs, I guess. It performs well. It has a few, again, quality of life fixes. It gets rid of the notification thing for every time you boot the game up in the game, of getting rupees, of anything. It was so annoying on the original version. So I was so glad they fixed that. And then they made some things like, they had some motion control with it, I guess, with it, like the Wii version, but not by much. Although Epona controls like shit, in my opinion. The Wii version, she's just so much better. But yeah, it's a great port. And I also have the Wolf Link amiibo, so I can experience that extra dungeon. Now, this game you probably have seen me talk about, and that's Breath of the Wild. Great game. There's so much to say about this game that hasn't already been said. Like, gliding through the sky, having multiple kinds of weapons, a great, like, beautiful environment, and just a ton of enemies that you can fight, and so many different environments too. And you had to wear different clothes to traverse some of these places without getting hurt by the natural weather. And an okay story, but it was just a really big game. It sets new standards for these open world style games. Next is one I don't really care for. I picked that out of curiosity. It has Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. Yeah, it's okay. It's alright. Not too bad. You know, it's a pretty mediocre game, honestly. I don't know. I just didn't have fun with it, to be honest. And then next we have Hyrule Warriors. And I put a lot of hours into this one. It's basically Dynasty Warriors with Zelda characters. And there's a ton of DLC you can get for the Wii U version, but you should just get the Switch version because it just has everything and more than the Wii U version ever has. And I spent like a couple hundred hours on this, and I'm still not done on the Wii U version. I didn't finish all the challenges or all the Ganondorf stuff, but you know, yeah, it's always fun. So, yeah, I would definitely pick it up. It's a pretty fun game. Don't worry about the Wii U version, just get the Switch version, but if you want to get your collection filled up, go ahead and get it. Next is, again, a game that's on Switch, but you might as well get it if you want to fill out your collection, and that is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. This is probably one of the best platformers on the Wii U, honestly. And it's hard, but not too hard. You can still beat the game relatively easily. It's just, it's fun with a friend, so you can definitely beat it that way. But yeah, I don't really have any complaints with this game. But yeah, definitely a good pickup. You can get on the Switch, but it's the only way you can get it now on the Wii U because Nintendo removed it from their eShop, which is stupid. I don't know why you do that. Next is Darksiders II. This is a launch window game for the Wii U, and let me tell you, this is a really fun game at launch. And minus the game making your hands feel like numb for all the vibrations. They didn't realize how to use it properly without it like making your hands numb. So the remaster of the first game actually got it right. So yeah, it's a pretty good game. I never finished it, but pretty meaty. And yeah, definitely worth picking up. Speaking of Darksiders 1, here we have Darksiders War Master Edition. Now, this is pretty good. I had a few issues. The sound kind of cut out for one part with the sound effects, and then another time the game just froze and it buzzed super loud. So I ended up having to unplug the system or turn it off, and I had to hold the power button, I guess. And, you know, it never happened again. So everyone says that happens at least once. So that's no surprise. Next is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. I had a lot of fun with this one because you use the gamepad basically in order to just like move around and traverse through these little places. He can't jump like at all, so you just kind of have to work around a lot of stuff and use the touchscreen to move stuff around and use the microphone. It's fun. I don't know how the Switch version is, but hopefully it's good. You know, because that would suck if it wasn't good. And then last on this pile is Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Sheer curiosity. That's the only reason why I got this. Same deal as Call of Duty Ghosts. You know, decent single player, decent multiplayer, and a decent zombie mode. Even though this only has transit. So, fuck this game for zombies. Let's move some of these games back where they should be. And then we'll move on to the next pile. Okay, let's see. Put this here. A bit of OCD, right? Alright. Here we go. This game I put a couple dozen hours into. I'd say 60 something. Yeah, a couple. 60 something hours is Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Shark FE. Now, I didn't elaborate too much on this game before, but I picked it up and I said it was really weird. And it is really weird. Like, the story is just so fucking weird. You're becoming an idol, and you got these mirages breaking through and trying to cause havoc in Tokyo, and you just have to go and stop them in the idolosphere, I believe it's called. And you just go fight them, and you have to save people that become your friends or are your friends. You can do side quests with them, but you have to make sure their stage rank gets up a certain point, then you can do them with them. It's really weird like that. You can just go to little shops, get stuff like that. You know, it's not bad. Definitely worth a pickup on the Wii U right now if you can get the DLC before it all shuts down, because it's a pretty fun title, unless you want to get on the Switch. But I think the Wii U version might be better in some cases because of the touchscreen stuff. But there's not a lot of touchscreen stuff, but it's still kind of cool. Alright, let's see what's there. Next is Super Mario Maker. This was a fun title for a good half a year or so. I made a decent amount of levels, I guess. They're pretty good, I guess. I think, anyway. Some of them might be considered Kaizo. I consider good kind of thing. I was a little merciful. So there you go. Yeah, fun game. Everyone knows about Mario Maker. It's 2D Mario with 3 different aesthetics. The first one, this game has it. There's more than 3 in the next one. And you can use it all. In this one, you can use Amiibo to unlock 8-bit sprites. So that was pretty cool. You could, I need to unlock stuff again. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Next is Splatoon. This was a really fun game when it first came out. Minus the back ass where the multiplayer not working correctly. You join a friend's game and it puts you on the enemy team against him when you want to work with him. So that's always fun. And then when they made the second game, you had to use a phone. That was fun. So the first game, really fun. It worked really well with the gamepad. Single player was pretty fun, arcadey style. Not deep on the story. Great final boss. And yeah, there's not much to it. I mean, you can just get gear for yourself and get better gear as you go. But the problem with this game is, when it first launched, it had not a lot of content, but they add more content as the time went on. But I think they did that because they wanted to get this game out and have something for people to play on the Wii U when there was literally nothing. And they were like, okay, we'll just release free stuff as we go. Alright. the Sonic trilogy on Wii U. Oh boy. Okay. We'll go from good to worse. First is Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transform, or Sonic All-Stars Racing Transform Bonus Edition. I don't know what the bonuses are, but whatever. This one was okay. Like it runs better on PC at 60 FPS, but at the time, I'd say it's a pretty good thing, I guess. Let's see what the exclusive modes are. Alright, so we have Super Monkey Ball and Shinobi multiplayer modes. We have touchscreen on the Wii U Gamepad acts as a map. Oh wow. Weapon cam and rear mirror. Race as your Mii character in their own transforming vehicle. Wow. How neat, right? Why is this all like torn up? It's not torn up, that's just me. So yeah, it's a good racing game. It has a decent story mode. Well, not story mode. Arcade progression mode. I did finish it. Lost my data. F. Next is Sonic Lost World. Not a great game, but it's an okay game on the Wii U. It's on PC, so you might as well get it on that. You can get the Knights DLC, but the Nintendo stuff I think is still exclusive to this, unless somebody ported it. With the mods, of course. But honestly, not really worth it. I don't think. Not really. And this piece of shit, Sonic Boom, oh my god. I asked for it originally years ago, then I heard how bad it was. I was like, no, wait, don't get it. It was too late. It was around Christmas time, so I tried it. It is as bad as they say. It is a piece of garbage. Next, I've talked about this one, is Shantae, almost in the first game, second game, Shantae, Half Genie Hero. This is sealed, and it is awesome. Minus the very top, it's a little bit open, but that's okay. But I had to get the box because I like the Shantae franchise, to be honest with you. It's really fun. It's a 2D Metroidvania-ish platformer where you search for everything, all the nooks and crannies. Pretty short game, unless if you know what you're doing. If you don't, it'll take you a while, I'd say. Unless you use some guides on YouTube, then you'll breeze right through it. And yeah, I still need to do like a second playthrough, and I did some other event, like DLC things they had, like for different characters to play as. That's okay, but like the other modes, like a ninja mode, where it's like ninja guiding kind of, with the controls, I thought that was okay. But yeah, again, everything is just okay in the DLC, but the main thing is really good. Next is Resident Evil Revelations. I like this game. Pretty good, really good single player in my opinion. And the multiplayer or raid mode at the time was pretty fun. No one plays anymore, but I used to play it a lot back when it was first around. But now that nobody plays it, I've only seen one person pop up on here. I'm not kidding. or in the game, no joke. And yeah, it's completely dead. Completely dead. Next is Rayman Legends. I had so much fun with this game. At the time before Tropical Freeze, this on the Wii U was considered my favorite 2D platformer on there. It is so refined, so free-flowing. It's so good. Especially when you play with friends, which I didn't do all the time, but it was still pretty fun. And you get the exclusive like Wii U Gamepad mode where you play as Murphy and guide the character. Kind of cool, but I guess it's alright. But I prefer just the main stages. And there is so much content in this. So you're going to get a lot of hours out of this one. So definitely worth a pickup. Next is Pokken Tournament. Now I could have gotten the Switch version, but I found a Wii U version for cheap. And it's a fighting game. It's basically supposed to be Tekken, I guess. But it's alright, I guess. It's not really crazy, but I don't know. I don't really care for this game. It's just a weird fighting game. I don't feel like it works correctly with the style they were going for anyway. Alright, next is another launch title for the Wii U. Exclusive at the time, Ninja Gaiden Razor's Edge, or Ninja Gaiden 3. This one's okay, but it's really repetitive and just not a lot of gameplay choices. It's just not a lot of exploration either. It's very linear, but it's not bad. It's playable. So you want to pick it up, go for it. Not stopping you. Next is launch title, New Super Mario Bros. U. An okay platformer nowadays, but at the time it was not too bad. Again, it was fun with friends, but you couldn't use a gamepad and a Pro controller. You had to use a Wiimote or 2 Pro controllers. It was weird. I don't like it. So, again, pretty good game. I recommend picking it up on the Switch because it has the Luigi DLC built in too. I mean, the Wii U version also has one that has it built in, but Next is Nintendo Land. One of my favorite games on the system, and it was my favorite launch game at the time. So much to do, at least at the time. It felt like you got like 5, 6, 7, like I don't remember how many types of like Nintendo properties you could play mini games in. It was so fun. Play with friends and had fun with the Samus stuff, the Zelda stuff, and, the Donkey Kong like chalkboard thing. We had to use the gamepad to get yourself down to the bottom. That was fun. Just great stuff. Just again, the Miiverse stuff is gone, so this game is kind of useless in terms of its Miiverse functionality. So that's that. Next is NES Remix Pack. I could have just gotten NES Remix 2 because I owned the first one, but I think this is going to jump in price when the eShop versions are gone. So I just decided to pick it up, and now I have both. Great little remixes of the NES games, like just different backgrounds, different little challenges, just a little twist, nothing too crazy. Next is Monster Hunter 3. Now I put a lot of hours into this bad boy. Holy shit. A couple hundred. And I love, because of this game, I love Monster Hunter, and I got into the franchise because of it. So thank you, Capcom, for at least bringing this to the Wii U. Never played it much of the, never played it on the Wii, so yay, or PS2 for that matter. Yeah, great game. Next is Mario Kart 8. This isn't anything special now on the Wii U because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has more content, and it's going to get more content as of this video pretty damn soon actually, but even more so in the future. And Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is just going to just make this game completely useless. Next is only 2 more games. We're gonna 3 games. We have Madden. What is this? Madden 13. Why do I have this? It was sealed, and saw it in my local game store, and I was like, you know what? I'm never gonna see this again for that cheap. Not cheap, but ever in this condition. So I said, fuck it, and grabbed it. So I don't know. I never played it. Next is Lego City Undercover. Originally a Wii U exclusive, but eventually got ported in 2017. And it's a really fun little GTA style looking, playing, I guess you should say that looking, game. And it just, it's really fun to just run around and break stuff. That's just my opinion though. And then the final game. The game that everyone that has a Wii U or doesn't have a Wii U should probably get it, because I don't know if Nintendo's going to ever frickin' port this damn game, is Xenoblade Chronicles X. This is an amazing game. Probably the best game on the Wii U, hands down. Graphically, amazing for what they're trying to accomplish. And you have to download patches to make the game even like better to run. And like the size of this game is so fucking huge. I believe it's bigger than Breath of the Wild, but you know, the stuff in the hub world, there's more in Zelda, but this is just so beautiful. The environments it is, and the monsters, and all that stuff just are great quality stuff. The music itself is a little cheesy here and there, but it's really good though overall. But unfortunately, this game is going up in price because more people are looking into it and going, ooh, this is actually a good thing. I know about Xenoblade. What's this? Xenoblade X. Okay, I'll get it. So, yay. Unfortunate. Alright. That's it for the physical side of things. that was a lot of things. Like, holy crap. I did not expect... I didn't realize how many games I had for my Wii U until I got them all out. Alright, we're going to look at the digital stuff. Woo! Look at that, more light. Alright, so let's look at the indie stuff. We have the downloaded on here, Shantae Half Genie Hero. And then we have Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. Great game. Just fantastic. Way Switch Force 1 and 2. Not bad games. Same company, Way Forward. You know, yeah, they're worth a little shot, I guess. I think they're on the Switch now, too. Aquamoto Racing Utopia. That was just out of curiosity, because it was one of the last Wii U games to be published. So I was like, okay, sure, I'll grab it. It's alright, but I'm not good at it. Then Minecraft Wii U Edition. What's sad about this is it never got the Microsoft update, so yeah, this is like OG Minecraft before, you know, everything changed. So, yeah, oops. Alright. Fast Racing Neo. This is a great game. Like, it's like F-Zero, but like space. I don't know. It's not. I think it's a little bit better than X. I never played GX though. So you basically go fast, and you really have to go fast. Like, some of the times they make you do are ridiculous, and some of the NPCs are ridiculously like assholishly broken. So great game. I recommend it on the Wii U before it shuts down, or you can get the new one, Fast RMX, on the Switch. Next is Pure Solar and the Great Architects. This was an RPG that was on the Sega Genesis originally, and then it got like an HD remake or a remaster for all the modern consoles at the time, including Wii U and Dreamcast, of all things. And it's an okay game. I got lost, and I can't find any guides that honestly get me where I need to go, so I gave up on it for now. Years ago. Nano Assault Neo. One of the launch eShop games. This one was okay. It reminds me of Super Stardust HD on the PS3. It's not as good looking, but it was a pretty fun game, especially if you had two people. Cube Shift, don't know what it is. I downloaded it because it was free. Captain U, apparently the last Wii U game that's being published. I don't count RTO3 or the hell that crap is. Like, this is an actual game, an application. So I just got it just for bragging rights. Then Ice Cream Surfer, because it was $5, and I was like, let's try it. It's alright. It's okay shmup. Like side-scrolling shmup. Freedom Planet. Basically, it was a Sonic fan game at first that got transformed into a 2D platformer of its own, with 3 characters to play as, and a pretty deep narrative with all full voice acting. And it's a little bit dark at the beginning, but you know, it's pretty good story. I wanted to play the second one when I think that's out, but I don't remember. Cycle of Eternity, pretty garbage RPG that I downloaded for a few bucks. Don't get it. And the last 3 indie games are trash games. Well, one is okay, but the others are trash. The first one that's okay is Maze, made by Treefall Studios. I played this game. I beat it within the first few hours. I got it. It's short, and it was pretty fun. I liked it. But there's nothing too crazy about it. Then there's The Letter. The Letter was so bad, it was bought because it was so infamously bad. He did make it a little bit better, but it's still not good. It's not. I don't know how they let this stuff go through. And then Gem Collector. Again, same developer, but this one's not offensively bad or harmfully bad. So, whatever. Next is the NES. We have Super Mario Bros. 3. Probably the best Mario game on the NES. Fantastic game. Donkey Kong. It's Donkey Kong. Everyone knows about that arcade game. So, yay. The original Metroid. Hooray. I don't really like the original Metroid. I'd rather play Zero Mission, to be honest. And then Earthbound Beginnings. Because I was like, oh my god, yeah. It's finally releasing. After so many years of being stuck with a complete finished translation. Just never re-released until then. And now on the Switch. So, that's even better. Next, SNES. We have Link to the Past. That one's a great Zelda game. Not my favorite, but it's pretty much up there. And then we have Super Metroid. I don't like that game too much. I can't get used to Samus's like control physics. It's weird. I like the snappiness of the GBA games more, and Metroid Dread. So yeah. Then Earthbound. Oh my god, Earthbound was such a great game. Weird story, but like gameplay was pretty fun. But just the visuals and story itself just kept me going. I'm like, what is going to happen? It's so weird. Now the original F-Zero. Not too bad. I prefer F-Zero X if I had to choose. Anything on the Virtual Console and NSO thing. So there you go. Pretty fun game. Wish I had multiplayer, but no. Donkey Kong Country 1. Oh my god. I love Donkey Kong Country 1. I have it boxed over there, complete. And I have a lot of nostalgia for it. So I play a lot of this on the Wii U. And yeah, it's great. Next is Harvest Moon. This isn't on the SNES NSO stuff, so this is probably not going to be re-released for a long time, or if ever. So Harvest Moon for the Super Nintendo, pretty okay game. I prefer Stardew Valley, honestly, but for the time, this was great. And then Super Mario RPG. Again, the Switch's online service, which is very strange. So this is a pretty good game for the Wii U to get before the shop shuts down. And again, great RPG. I didn't play a ton of it, but when I played, it was pretty fun. And then Kirby Superstar. And that one's an okay collection of Kirby games. I think it's a collection. And yeah, again, that one's okay. And next is N64. We have Super Mario 64. Great game. It has aged amazingly, but again, a great game. Then we have Ocarina of Time. Love it. Probably second favorite Zelda game, or third. Sometimes I switch between second and third, depending on how I feel. Paper Mario. Love Paper Mario on N64. Fantastic shit there, dude. It's amazing. Like Frankie, my friend Frankie there didn't find it that fun, just kind of boring, but I can see why. And then Donkey Kong 64. First time it was ever re-released, ever. They didn't get the Wii Virtual Console release for some reason. Probably because it was hard to emulate, so they finally pulled it off. I'd like to see it come to the NSO app, but I doubt it for a while. Then Majora's Mask. I don't like this game. I'm gonna leave it at that because I'm gonna piss people off. Alright, next is GBA. We have Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. Great game. Love it. RPG, like it's so bizarre how you control Mario and Luigi in this. Well, not bizarre, but the world itself is bizarre and the story is bizarre, but it kickstarted a franchise and ended in a dumpster fire, unfortunately. Next is F-Zero Maximum Velocity. That one's alright. The GBA F-Zeros, I have GP Legend as well. Not that good. Not good. But I want to support the F-Zero franchise, so I did get them. Same with the Metroid games here. Zero Mission and Fusion. Great games. Both are pretty damn similar in gameplay. So I was like, okay, alright, I'll get them. And support the franchise like I fucking should. Like, because I'm a Nintendo fan, it's like, I talk about I want these games, but I don't support the games, so it's like, stop that. So I got them. Great games. Recommend them before it shuts down. And then there's Klonoa 1 and 2 for the GBA. First one's okay, it's like a puzzle platformer, but the second one, I have no idea yet. I haven't gotten into it. Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario Advance 4. This one's really cool because it has a bunch of exclusive levels that are only available like through the e-reader back in the day. So that's all built into the game. So that's really cool. It's preserved history right there. Until Nintendo takes it down. Shit. Then Zelda Minish Cap. Great game. Definitely recommend picking it up. It's a fun little Zelda game. I might have needed a guide here and there, but I suck at overhead Zelda games for some reason. Then we have Pocky and Rocky and Becky, I think it's called. Let me see. Yes, with Becky. It sucks. Get the Super Nintendo, play Super Nintendo games. Pocky and Rocky 1 or 2, just so much better. Then Golden Sun. I just started that, and it's pretty fun so far. I was so annoyed that I missed out on it. Kind of fun. So I don't have much to say about it yet because I haven't gotten that far, but it's pretty fun. Next we have DS. There's a lot of stuff, right? We have Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of the Sky, or of Sky. Pretty damn good game. I recommend picking it up. It's very, not tough, but like very deep in the story, I should say. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Then we have Zelda Spirit Tracks. Okay game. Controls are okay. Same with Phantom Hourglass. Controls are okay. Story is okay so far. We'll see what happens. And then we have Super Mario 64 DS. I like Mario 64. I like the DS game growing up from 2004. I still remember playing it to this day. First day I ever played it. And I was like, I'm going to get the Wii U version because I want to play it on the big screen. Next is Wii. One game, which is Mario Galaxy 2. Fantastic platformer, but I just couldn't get into it. I prefer the first one. TurboGrafx 16. We have Newtopia. It's okay. That's all I can say. It's okay. Then we have some eShop games. Not games, but apps, really. We have Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge. Didn't play it, just download it. Amiibo Tab, Nintendo's Greatest Hits. I did try this out. It was weird, but okay. Then NES Remix. It's like, okay. Next are the last 4 games. We got, well, Star Fox Zero, which I liked at the time, but not as much anymore. But yeah, I downloaded this one, and so with that, I was able to get Star Fox Guard. So I have 2 copies. Then we have Pikmin 3, which unfortunately got removed from the eShop. I downloaded it from there for free when I got Mario Kart 8. And the only way you can get the DLC is to go into the game and enter the eShop from the game. It's really stupid. And then we have Fatal Frame 5, Man in Blackwater. It's really good. It's not spooky, but it's like, it's more just creepy horror, but it controls okay. It could control better, but a nice little original exclusive on the Wii U. It has exclusive costumes, so I mean, there's that. So you might as well pick it up while you can. The Switch version doesn't have them, so yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Anyway, those are all my games I have on the Wii U. The last thing I need to show off is the gamepad, because I have the Zelda gamepad. Got this years ago, but I really wanted the Wii U gamepad like this. So I was like, all right, well, let's get it. And man, the build quality is a lot better than the other regular gamepads. The thumbsticks don't wear out nearly as fast, or they haven't worn out, and just buttons feel better, and yeah, it's great. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed my collection video. Tell me what games you have, or what your favorite games are in the comments below. Anyway, I'm Alex. I'll be seeing you next time. Farewell.